As Cincinnati looks to move forward, it is also looking backward. Over the last week, the city has been leaning heavily on its collaborative agreement, which was implemented in 2002 to prevent racism within policing and to include more citizen oversight of the police department. Well, a refresh on the agreement was initiated in 2017 to update that agreement. Reporter Marielle Carbone has more on where that stands.
Well, the refresh is meant to evaluate what's already in place and strengthen some parts of the agreement, like the Citizens Complaint Authority. But like many other programs and departments within the city, the pandemic and furloughs are affecting some of those efforts.
We've just begun to scratch the surface. There's a lot of work to do.
But that work stalled a bit because of budget woes.
There's been a huge layoff with the city, so there hasn't been much productivity.
Iris Roley is with the Cincinnati Black United Front. She worked on the original collaborative agreement in 2002 and is helping with the refresh. She says the Citizens Complaint Authority, which was created under the agreement to give citizens oversight and investigative power into police action, needs to be fully funded and supported, especially in the wake of George Floyd's death.
We understand that we're in a pandemic and the city is hurting for dollars. But there have been tons of complaints that have come through in the last couple of days.
She's demanding that support from the city manager and police chief.
We just gave them part of the demands last Friday on a very public Zoom call.
Here's part of that call.
And to make sure that the Citizens Complaint Authority is where it needs to be so that if people have complaints, that they are able to do it without any type of fear.
The city's in a difficult place right now.
Because of the city's looming $90 million budget deficit, 3 employees from the CCA are currently furloughed, as well as the person hired to oversee the agreement.
Try to do everything that we can to make sure that we bring those things back, but it's going to be difficult, but we do intend that the CCA will be there.
But some city leaders say the fact furloughs were made here at all shows a lack of commitment to the agreement.
If this really was, deemed essential and imperative, a moral imperative for our city, you wouldn't furlough the person who is charged with leading and implementing and sort of guiding the refresh of the collaborative.
And Mayor John Cranley says that as the city continues to work through the budget process, some of those furloughed employees should begin to start coming back. And specifically for that employee that oversees the agreement, he should be back working by July 1st. Reporting from City Hall, Marielle Carbone, WCPO 9 News.